everyone. Hope that you were all able to get some downtime today. And I know a lot of people were out shopping and at the beaches, so I hope that you were able to really use this time to kind of recoup and get ready for this upcoming week. I wanted to jump on, like I said, because I wanted to do a Motivational Monday post, and I wanted to share some exclusive tools with you guys that I have just recently started implementing into my small businesses. But the reason I wanted to share this with you, even though not everyone in here runs their own small business, is one, so that you can see kind of all of the behind the scenes work and prep that goes into running this business, and just the positive impacts that you guys have every time you either make a sale or you share my business with someone. And also, for those of you who are in direct sales, it will give you an idea of some tools and resources you can use. So I'm going to jump right into it. You guys saw I posted the other day, I believe it was Saturday, that I was a featured member in the CEO of Me Success Club. And that was something actually that I had been considering joining for a while. Hi, hubby. And I had been thinking about joining for a while, but I recently got into planning within the last like 2.5 years, and I wasn't really looking for a new planner or anything, but when I clicked on the website, what I liked was that it seemed like there were other resources, that it wasn't just a planner, there were other resources that were on there. So after kind of thinking about it, praying on it for about a week, I decided to become what is called a Success Club member. Now, there are resources on the site that are free, and there are also some of the things that I'm going to show you that you can kind of purchase in bits and pieces that you don't necessarily have to be a member of the Success Club to have access to. But I joined the Success Club, and the benefits for me have been really amazing. And even if you are not, even if you don't own your own small business, just kind of being able to get organized, being able to better plan things, better plan your time, is really something you should consider looking into if you don't already do it. So I'm going to first show you what I did. So there is something called the CEO of Me Success Planner, okay? And what this is it is a planner that you get access to. You can either order just the planner, or you can join the Success Club, and the planner is included in the price of the Success Club fee. So the great thing about this is you actually print out the pages of the planner on your own, and no matter what, even if you leave the Success Club or you never look again at another resource on that website, on the CEO of Me website, you have a lifetime access to the planner. Once you purchase it, you have it for life. And then the great thing is there are 5 different designs for the planners, so different color themes. I'll just show you the front of mine. Now, I pulled mine out, so it's not in a binder right now, but the idea is you would put it in a binder. I do believe that some people were able to put this in like an A5 size as well, so they were able to put it in one of those smaller planner covers, but I'm mostly going to be using it at home, so I don't really need to have it be portable, so I printed the full size planner. But this one is the pink dots. I believe it's called Classy Pink Dots. But like I said, there are 4 other designs that you can get as well, and you have access to all 5 of them for life, which is cool. And the other thing is, whenever Misty Kearns, who is the founder of CEO of Me, whenever she does updates to the planner, so if she adds any new pages or any new features to it, you automatically get those updates for free. Like, you don't have to pay another cost to get the new pages and any new designs that she may come out with. You automatically get that included when you purchase the planner. So it's very cool. Now, One of the reasons I love my Erin Condren planner, which I'm going to show you right now, is, one of the reasons I initially bought the Erin Condren planner was because I loved the idea of being able to customize my planner. I am not someone who usually does planning, so I need it to be fun, I need it to be cute, I need it to be something that's engaging for me to actually want to go to it and do it. So this is my 2017 Erin Condren planner. If you open it, I did show this in a video earlier this week, but I have the weekly version, sorry, not the weekly, the monthly hourly layout for this planner. Now there are versions where the hours are not laid out and it's just a weekly layout, which is boxes, which is actually what I'm going to be doing for next year. But right now I have, this is what a month looks like, so you do get like a monthly spread. This one just happens to be April. I kind of didn't plan for a few months while I was having the baby, so unfortunately there are a lot of blanks in this, but I can show you one that is a little more complete and kind of how I use it. You want to go to one of the back months? And no, like towards the front, sorry. Just ones that I filled out before. Yeah, so you can see right there on the monthly spread. Right there. So this is the monthly spread. This is the layout, and I like to use stickers. I write in it. I use some washi tape to block things off. I write goals in it. I like to put, lots of cute little things on it. That's what actually keeps me engaged in doing stuff. And then I'll show you quickly what the hourly spread looks like. So each week after the monthly view is divided into...
That's what you just showed them.
No, I didn't show the hourly. I showed the monthly. I want to show the hourly. That. So these are the hours that you can see here. So you can write your appointments down like by hour, and this is really great if you are in direct sales because whenever you have a party, you can block off the party. If you have an appointment, I use it for both my personal and my professional. I know that some people like to divide it up. So I keep all of my appointments in there. Now the Success Planner does come with a weekly spread layout. You can either get in vertical or you can get in a horizontal view. If you're not sure what that means, I'm happy to go ahead and post some pictures in the comments later on. But you can do the schedule and basically everything is there, but I decided not to do the schedule since I want to continue using my Erin Condren. Now what I like about this is that it's not just a planner where you put in your appointments and things. It really helps you keep track of your direct sales. Now what I'm going to show you are the pages that I printed out. Each planner comes with about 120 pages of resources. So that includes each month, that includes the weekly spreads, but it includes a lot of resources, which are the pages that I printed out. Now again, I didn't print out everything because I don't need everything for my business. If you would like to see, what a full layout is, you can always YouTube it, but I may just do a video myself of my screen so that you can see the PDF file. Now you will not be able to use this, of course, unless you purchase it or you become part of the Success Club. But I'm going to show you what I did with mine, the pages I printed out. So these are not filled out because I just printed for June. Now what I like to do is print out monthly because I don't want my binder, one, to be too thick, and also it's just easier for me to keep track. I'll take everything from June out and put it in the back of my binder when July comes around, and I'll just update the pages that I need for July. Now some of these pages will actually transfer into my July month, ones that I'll keep for the whole year. So let me show you here. This first thing, now there is a cover. Yeah, show them. No, this. I know. Show them this. There is a cover for this first section. It's called Goals and Planning, but I was like kind of conserving papers, so you can hear my little man. He's laughing in the back. Wait, so I didn't print that out, but this is my first page. It's company incentives and prizes. So this basically is going to help me keep track of anything in my business that I want to achieve. So sometimes we may get offered things like Starbucks gift cards. We may get, we may be offered extra bonuses if we reach a certain sales threshold, certain pieces of clothing or jewelry for free. So that is the page where I will keep track of everything. And let me just see that page. Basically, it lets me keep track of what the incentive is, the dates to earn it, so if there is like a limited time, what the qualifications are to earn it, and then I love that it has a column for the action plan to achieve it. That's super helpful because obviously if you are setting a goal, you want to have an action plan to achieve it. And then the last column is whether or not I achieved it, which I think is great. It kind of helps me keep track of my success. So the next page that I printed out is a monthly planner. It basically is a look at the month at a quick glance. It talks about what my business goals are. So, what is the income goal that I have? How many parties do I have? It has a section where I can keep track of trainings and meetings. So if you are in direct sales, you know that your company does offer some extra trainings and meetings. And when you join the Success Club, hey Monica, when you join the Success Club, you also get a lot of trainings and meetings. We have online socials. Misty does a lot of trainings and different things that are actually live on Facebook, so you can keep track of that in that section as well. And then you have a box where you can kind of use, it's a blank space. Let me show you. It's just a blank space. You can add stuff. So there's lots of great stuff on here, and that's really just to give me an overlook of my month at a quick glance, specifically for my business. Now the next section that I printed out is marketing, and again, I didn't print out all of the pages for the sections. I just printed what I wanted, which is what I love about this planner. I may actually eventually get like just the year done with all of the pages professionally printed, but this I just printed at home. So this first section here is marketing ideas for the month. And you'll see here that it's broken down into different boxes. So you have parties, you have the online section, can you just hold it up to the screen so I can see it better? Sorry. So you have parties online, you have recruiting, contacts, your VIP group if you do one on Facebook, which is the group that you guys are in, and just the different things. So in each of these boxes, I can go ahead and put my ideas for the month. So whenever I do a raffle in here, or if I know a sale is coming up, or if I want to feature a specific product or a specific group of products in this group, I can go ahead and write that down in my VIP group box. Also for parties, I'm going to begin offering different themed parties. So right now I'm actually brainstorming some ideas for summer themes. So if you guys have any ideas for a summer themed party, definitely let me know. But that will go under my parties box. So it's really a great way to just kind of jot down some ideas for really looking ahead at my business for the month. Now on the back of that sheet, I printed out.
It's the same.
Yeah, I printed out the 100 contacts, and it is broken into weeks. Now each month has about 4 weeks in it, so it's broken down into 4 weeks, 25 slots each week, and that is basically for me to reach out to 100 people each month. Now the idea is you have to reach out to about 100 people each month to get 10 people to say yes. Now they can be saying yes to host a party, they could be saying yes to placing an order with you, whatever it may be. I have to reach out to 100 people. So again, it's kind of something I have to build up to, but the goal is to try and talk to at least 25 people each week. So if I'm reaching out to you, your name goes on my list. I actually chatted with Monica today about the business opportunity a little bit, as well as what we have going on in our sales right now. So I know that I spoke with Monica about my La Senorita Jolie business, so I would go ahead and write her name on there, and I can check off that I spoke to one person this week, which is super exciting. Now at the bottom of this page, which I like, is the results. So you can see the results, and it just says, how many no's did you get, how many party bookings did you get, how many people were you able to actually recruit to join your business, how many orders did you get. It just helps me measure success, which is really, really important, especially when you're doing direct sales. You want to know how successful you are, because you can get a lot of no's, which can be discouraging. So when you do get the yeses, you want to kind of keep track of all of the success. So now the next page that I have on here that I printed out is my social media planner for the month. So you'll see here, basically it's another brainstorm tool.
I'm just showing you.
Yeah, no, it's another brainstorm tool. So I can go ahead and write ideas for what I want to share on social media, whether it's in my VIP group or on my business page. So I go ahead, I write down ideas. Maybe it's a video, maybe I want to do a blog post. It can be different things. And on the right hand side, it has the different icons for different social media. So it has Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, so it has a few different things, also email, so I can kind of mark off the different things. I tend to try to only do a couple of those, actually not on Twitter. I don't plan on being on Twitter. We could have that discussion another time about my opinion of Twitter, but yeah, I do Facebook, I do Instagram, so those are the ones that I would be using most, but it's just a place for me to jot down some ideas to really come up with a good plan for marketing my business to you all, and things that I think will interest you and things you want to see. So that is it for my marketing section. Now my next section is customers, because as I've said countless times, I can't have a business without my customers. And one thing I wanted to mention that I didn't mention before is on each cover page there is a nice little quote, which I really appreciate, so you'll definitely want to check out what the quotes are. So the first thing that I have printed out in the customer section is the customer information page. Now, most of my customers I do just either personally know or I can keep track of on my actual system, my database system, through the business with the website that they offer me. But what I like about this page that I don't have access to is the follow-up section. Can you just put it to the middle? So if you can see, it's a little hard to see in the video, but this middle section here is a follow-up section, and it allows me to know how many times I've contacted the person, what ways I've contacted them, if you are a part of my newsletter, if you're in my VIP group, and I really appreciated that about the customer information page, so that's why I printed it out, even though I keep track of most of my customers on my on the actual system where they order from. So the next page is actually just on the back. Is it on the back of this one? Nope, sorry. Some of them I printed front and back depending on how I wanted to see it in my binder. So the next page that I printed out is this spreadsheet here, keeping track of gift certificates. So I like to keep track when people purchase a gift certificate, specifically for who they purchased it for, so that I can go ahead and follow up with the person that they purchased for to make sure that they don't have any issues with the gift certificate, and to also make sure that they use the gift certificate, that they come onto my site, and that they are able to use the gift certificate. So that's what that is for. On the back of that, I printed out another little tracker here, and this is for catalog requests. LSJ is just starting to have some catalogs. We have a summer catalog opportunity. I can actually send out catalogs to anyone who's interested for free. Now, I like to keep track of my catalog requests so that I can go back and follow up with the person I sent a catalog to and ask them if they needed anything, if they needed help with anything, and just make sure that they received it. So that allows me to track that. And then the last tracker that I have in my customer section are the sample requests. Now, again, with LSJ, sending out samples is a little more difficult right now because we just have the clothing, but you'll see that I kind of do it when I do prizes and stuff. I'll give away, a shirt or something like that. We are in talks about coming up with some sample fabric swatches, so that sheet will come in handy for me when we offer that, and you guys will be the first to know as soon as we have fabric swatches as samples that I can send out to you. So the next section is parties. So everyone knows, everyone who's in direct sales knows that you can't really have customers and a successful business without doing the parties. So this is the parties page. And again, I didn't print out everything in each section. There were over 120 pages, so I didn't print out everything, just the stuff that I wanted to use. So the first page is the party planner. Now, this is really helping me get organized. It helps me know what I need to do step by step. I can check it off. It gives me all of the things that I need to do when I have a host for a party, like sending them information in the mail, following up with them over the phone. And then I like that it allows me on the right-hand side, can you just show it again? On the right-hand side, it has a party summary. And it just allows me to keep track of the entire party. So how many sales came in, did I get any more bookings from that? So this is super helpful. Love this resource. So that was actually the only page that I printed out for the party section, but again, there are a lot more pages. There was a page for you to keep track of your guests. There was just a lot more pages that I just didn't personally need at this time. So the next section is vendor events. Now, vendor events are events where you go and you're with other people who are also selling different things. Sometimes it's also called a craft fair over holiday season. Sometimes schools or churches will have a holiday fair. And then I have recently started getting into doing online vendor events. So if you are in my Keen for Kids party group, it is a vendor event. It's where multiple businesses go to show off their products and their business. That specific group that I have is for a cause, so everyone is donating 10% of their sales commission to Keen, New York. But you can have a vendor event in for different reasons, different things. So I want to get more into vendor events because it's really a great place to meet new people. Actually, Monica, if you're still watching, that's definitely something that we can chat about, our vendor events. It's a great way to make new people. They're not always the greatest place to make sales right away. Sometimes you do, but they are great ways to meet new people. So the first thing I have in my vendor event section is my vendor event planner. It's very similar to the party planner, except it's geared towards vendor events. So those sections are a little bit different. And then on the back of that, I have my lead follow-up. Now, the lead follow-up is what I'm going to be using after each vendor event. It's going to keep track of the people that I spoke to who showed interest in the business in either shopping with me or hosting a party or even joining my team. So those are the people I would be following up with. Either within 24 hours, within 48 hours. There's a whole system for following up with people, but that's where I would get that information from. So that was the only page, back and front, that I have for vendor events. Now the next one is fundraisers, and it is very similar to the other sections. So fundraisers, I have my fundraising event planner. As you can see here, I also have the lead follow-up. It is the same lead follow-up sheet. What I like about this lead follow-up is that on this sheet, it does give you a place to put in the dates for when you follow up with people. So you know exactly when you followed up, you know how long it's been, so that I'm not harassing people nonstop. So that's what that is for. Now, the next section is recruiting. And with LSJ, you can build a team if you want, and when you build a team, basically it's having people join you and sign up to also be a stylist. Now it is a responsibility because you are their mentor and their sponsor, so it does become your responsibility to help them and train them and teach them how to run a successful business. So I am in the process of trying to build my team. I have someone on my team right now, and I'm looking to actually grow my team. So I did print out some of the recruiting section pages. So the first page that I printed out is the recruit lead follow-up. So anyone who has shown interest in my business, who has shown interest in possibly, making some extra income or even making a full-time income by starting their own business with LSJ, I would write their information on there just so that I remember to contact them to follow up and to make sure that I send them information or I'm able to make myself available for any questions that they have. So that's what that sheet is for. The next sheet that I printed out, Sorry, my husband's multitasking. The next sheet that I printed out is the potential team members. So this is somebody who goes past being a lead. It's someone that I've actually had a real conversation with. And on that page, can you hold it up? Sorry. On that page, you can document what they're interested in. Are they interested in a full-time income or a part-time income? It also allows me to track what information I've given to them. Did I send them the recruiting information? Have I shown them all of the information online? So it just helps me keep track, as well as the follow-up information. So, how many days went by without me following up with them? Have I added them to my Facebook group? All of those kinds of things. And then a notes section. The notes section is really awesome because it allows me to write down just some things that I've talked about with the person, so that, if a month's gone by and I haven't spoken to them, I can go ahead and look at my notes section, and when I talk to them, it'll kind of reminds me of, what the conversation was, who the person is, and just some neat things about, who they are, so that I can make my conversation with them more personalized. So I love that. Then on the back of that, now I actually will be printing out multiples of these in hopes of recruiting multiple people. But on the back of the potential team members, I printed off the new team members success sheet, and it helps me really just write down notes on what the team members' goals are. So it helps me to keep track of what their goals are and how they're achieving those goals. So because I'm that person's sponsor, I'm personally responsible for helping them achieve their goals. So I need to know what they are, both personally and professionally, so that I can help them get the kind of money that they want to have. So if somebody is stuck and maybe they're not getting new leads, maybe they're not making any sales, being able to keep track of all of that on this sheet is really helpful, so that I can come up with some ideas and we can come up with a plan to help them be successful. So the next section that I printed, which is the last section I printed out, is the business management. And this is great. This is more for my personal business. The first sheet that I printed off is my inventory sheet. Now, the great thing about the success planners are that you can rearrange the pages however you want. So I don't even have all of the pages in the exact order that the success planner comes in. I put the inventory sheet in front of my business management. That's something that likely will change each month, so I can just go ahead and pull that out in July and see what I still have on hand and what I don't anymore, and be able to print out a new sheet for next month. So I like to have that in front. Then the next thing that I printed off are my gifts, giveaways, and donations. So if I do any kind of event, or even when I do giveaways here in the group, when I do little contests, I like to keep track of those. It's really helpful when I'm doing my taxes. As a small business owner, it's really important to keep track of all of those things, especially when it comes to your income and expenses, so that you can write them off on your taxes. So I like to write down all of the giveaways that I do, because I can write those off as a business expense. So that's what that sheet is for. Now on the back of that sheet, I printed off the business expense sheet. I'm sorry, the business growth sheet. There is a business expense sheet, but this is the business growth. Now the business growth keeps track each month, allows me to keep track of basically everything that's been happening in my business, so that I can see whether I'm being successful or whether I'm having a rough time. It allows me to keep track of the profit, and then it asks some questions. I need to do the sheet. It asks some questions at the bottom. Hold it a little closer, sorry. It asks, how did I feel I did with the month? What could I have done better? What am I most proud of? And what are things that I want to focus on for next month? So that allows me to keep track of my success for the business. So Monica, you're asking how many businesses I have. So I actually have two businesses. I do the clothing business as well as Chloe and Isabel. I've kind of taken a step back from my Chloe and Isabel business. I was a leader and I did have my own team with Chloe and Isabel, but when I saw the opportunities that were available with the clothing business, I've really been pushing that business a lot more. So I do still have a Chloe and Isabel website where people can order from, and occasionally, because you're in this group, you'll see me put up if they're having any sales or special promotions. But I am mainly focusing on my LSJ business, and that's what I'll be using this planner for, my LSJ business. So the next sheet that I have is a business income and expense tracker. Now this is a monthly one, which I really like. So it allows me to write the month at the top, and then the income that I get for that month, where the income came from, whether it was from sales that were online, whether it was from sales as part of my inventory, and then it allows me to track my expenses for the month. So my expenses for the month are at the bottom, and that would be things like, again, giveaways, or if I have to buy any ink for my printer, or if I buy paper for the printer. I can also write off a certain amount of my internet usage if it's for business. So it allows me to keep track of my expenses for the month. And then I printed out now this sheet I will actually be carrying over with me month to month because it is for the year. This is the totals of income and expenses, and it's the totals for each month. And at the bottom, literally the bottom line, as Misty likes to say, is where I can keep track of my profit. So I'll know, if I'm in the negative, I'm not doing so well. If that number is a positive and I'm making some money, then that is a good thing. So those are all the pages that I printed out for my success planner. Now, again, I use my Erin Condren planner for all of my actual appointments and all of my dates and the actual scheduling, the actual planning of the events and putting those things into practice. But I use the success planner for all of the resources that are in there, all of the worksheets is kind of what I call them. And I wanted to share that with you because it really has made such a difference in my business, which really also impacts my personal life. Being more organized really gives me more time for my personal stuff. So more time with my family, more time to pursue other dreams and passions. And it really allows my business to work for me instead of me working for my business, which is why I became a small business owner in the first place, was to really have that flexibility. So I'm going to go ahead and post the link in the description for the planner that you can get on the CEO of Me website. I'm going to post my personal affiliate link that you can go through if you'd like to order the planner. I strongly encourage you to sign up for the Success Club. You do get the planner along with so many other resources and tools. So I strongly, encourage you, if you are in direct sales or network marketing, or you're even thinking about it, this is really a great community to be a part of, and a great opportunity to network your businesses as well. So I will post that link. And then also, if you are interested in getting an Erin Condren planner, I will post my link for that. It will give you $10 off. So I will go ahead and post both of those links for you to check out. I may do, a specific kind of plan with me video so you can see how I actually use those things, but I won't do it on live. It'll probably be a video where I can edit and kind of speed through certain sections so that you don't have to watch me write everything. I hope that you guys found this helpful. I hope that you are motivated to follow your dreams. If you want more information about my business or how I run my business, please feel free to reach out to me. Like I said, I am looking to grow a team. So if you would like to be sponsored by me and learn how to run a successful business, then please go ahead and contact me. I'd love to share the opportunity with you. Thank you guys so much. I hope that you use your Memorial Day to really just remember and honor those who have lost their lives defending us and our freedoms. Have a great rest of your night, and I will be in touch with all of you again soon.